And welcome back to Borderlands 2. Of course, you know the first thing we're going to do is open that chest. And be disappointed. So fun. You know, we got
a killing tool! Put it in me!
Still got mods from this. Oh? Well, we've got routes now. That's at least something. The only problem though is that one's actually not terrible. Down now, I don't use flying-up weapons, so that one is going to be terrible. I've got decent good routes on this. The whole time I've been waiting for mods to show up in this, and it's like, oh, no, you don't get those. No, I'm just getting routes left and right. I'm never going to use any of those. Sad. It's not very situational. Like, that's the problem with routes. Most of them are very situational. It's why I use the one to give us increased XP, because that's no constant. Like, it's not very situational. It's like something that you constantly need. I'm running out of space again. Sad face.
I'll keep you that way.
We're not gun circular. Don't want to keep that one. Like, but that one's also very situational. Because unless you're using a vehicle all the time, it's not that useful.
See you real soon, I'm sure.
Hey, wanna hear the new dubstep song I wrote?
Let's go down and
Drop!
yay. Nope, he's still going. Okay, so anyway. We did Halloween. So now we're gonna go move on to Thanksgiving with the turkeys and things. This one may have some spoilers about the whole stuff that happens and other stuff.
I, see what you...
But, oh well.
Welcome to the Torn Corporation's Hunger for Violence Extravaganza! Tonight, we're gonna watch the Vault Hunter take on the ravenous Waddle Gobbler!
Well, that's a thing. So Torg. Baller to the wall. So, do we have
Will the Vault Hunter finally be able to defeat the
Yes, we have a ticket. Sadly, there isn't no Torg vending machine in this. That's in the badass creator bad attitude.
When you think murder, think Marcus
Otherwise, you just
Munitions.
have regular things. Sad.
Farewell, friend.
I mean, it's somewhat around the
Don't
railroad,
get
at least
killed.
there's that. And of course the customization thing, because the whole reason you do these things is for customization stuff, usually. Yeah, but it is somewhat that's food, so.
But first, I'm interviewing the only tour contestant to survive a showdown with the Gobbler. Question time! How are you doing? What's your favorite color? Did you ever see that one movie about the dog who played basketball? When did you have your first kiss? Did you ever see the sequel to the dog basketball movie where the dog went to space? And if so, which of the two do you prefer? Awesome! Another question. How do you feel about my facial hair? Thank you! How do you feel about the Vault Hunter's chances against the ravenous Waddle Goblin? Will they win? Will they die? You're nuts! You don't sound competent! Further questions! Who is the most attractive person on Pandora? That's an awful thing to say! Ellie's like a 10! Try expanding your definition of beauty, you chump! No! I'm done talking to you! Your grasp on body politics is lacking at best! Oh, looks like we're out of time! We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor!
Ah, that's pretty great. What's up, Torque?
Hey! Get over here so I can whisper some things to you in secret!
Bye, Torque.
Real talk. The Gobbler fight is rigged. The Torg board of directors made the Gobbler unbeatable, so it eat all the contestants and get us a bunch of hits on the EchoNet. But I don't want you to die, cause you're cool, and oh crap, I'm not whispering anymore, my bad! You gotta get into the kitchen, kill everybody, and poison the Gobbler's food. Once the poison takes effect, you can kill him. Also, I want him dead so I can eat him! He looks delicious!
Still being. No, don't question. Do not question. Things of Torque. Anyway.
And we're back! The Vault Hunter's in the kitchen, but today there's a new item on the menu. Murder! Vault Hunter, kill the chef!
I wish I had my shields back.
Somebody delivered a feast!
I see what you did there.
Anton Smith here, president of the Torg Corporation.
Coming!
You do well to ignore
need to
Torg's
drown in
instructions
your blood.
if you wish to stay alive.
With the chef's dead, we can prepare our own meal for the Gobbler! Get to the freezer!
But there's still one. Oh, gotta go prevail.
Damn, that door's locked! Let me activate my remote lock-picking program!
It's not explode, isn't it?
Lockpick! You smell like my little girl!
Because that's totally how you lockpick a door.
We do not allow contestants in the meat locker. Leave at once.
We gotta choose some meat for the Gobbler's meal. Tug on the tastiest looking skag corpses. This is totally gonna get me fired, and I don't care!
We got a typical white party weapons. Sad. Do that. It's like you're aiming straight at them and they move slightly to the left or right. And you miss.
Mr. Scoggles! You're wrong! Bury me upside down!
hoping you'd fall into it. Now I'm sad. Okay, so you open up.
How can I snap your neck if you don't have one? I don't know what you're planning, but I don't like it. Tributes, get the Vault Hunter out of my kitchen. I see meat muscles! You die! They're gonna pick your corpse! What the hell Hot diggity! Those dudes didn't stand a chance! You almost feel bad for them, but then you start laughing because you were technically acting in self-defense, so screw them! Violence doesn't solve anything except for all the things it does!
Violence doesn't solve anything except for all the things it does. Remember that, kids. Violence doesn't solve anything except for everything it does. So let's see if we go this way. We'll do that. I'm not sure if it's possible. Okay, it's possible to destroy the torque vision.
Now to grind up the meat! Get to the kitchen! Torg, as president, I demand to know why the hell the Vault Hunter is running around backstage. Just trying to mix things up! Your job is not to mix things up. Your job is to flex your muscles and do air guitar solos, idiot. Words can hurt!
Well, now I need to grind meat. Which also means we need to go back up there. Hector! What's with this music? It's too...
Let's get a
somber for
grind
what
in!
we're doing.
Grind, grinder!
Ooh, look at it go. No, I have to keep pressing it.
Delicious! We're nearly done preparing the gobbler's meal! With
That's-
the meat prepared, we only need one more
That's okay.
ingredient. Deadly poison! Head to the stabber jabber nests!
Oh, go ahead to the stabber jabber. Yes. I don't know why
I ran out of
stabber
explosives,
jabber is,
so I'm actually going to open this door remotely without blowing it up!
he...
Psych!
I was gonna say he lied, didn't he?
You know you're following an idiot, yes? Torg created his explosive gun tech, then sold it to us for $12 and a high five. We kept him on purely for PR reasons. But you've both outlived your usefulness. Tribute, kill.
Oh, look at you trying to stop me with what the hell that is. You know, it's actually hurting. I don't like it. Go on, stop.
It's a baptism of blood!
Alive. You know, it makes no sense to actually using organs like that. But you're not, so...
When God closes a door, I blow it the up!
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, make sure to get a slag whipping on the way.
shit. Don't have any slag weapons. I didn't realize that was freaking necessary. Well, that's unfortunate. Do I have any slag weapons? I don't think I have any slag weapons. Explosive, explosive, fire, explosive. Poison, corrode. I don't have any slag weapons. You didn't mention that.
Smack the jabbernest to wake him up.
Now we need to wake up some slapper jabbers.
All right, now slag the jabber.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
You gotta slag the jabbers. I stashed a slag gun for you nearby.
Yes, thanks. I was gonna say, I do not have this weapon you speak of. I apologize, Lord. Totally didn't mean to screw things up. Totally can't hit things with this gun.
Kill it before the slag wears off.
Well, where'd it get? Where'd it go? I hate flying it. This gun sucks. Get back here, I can't. Get the damn thing. Did I get? I don't think I got. I think this thing is irritating me. That's one thing that's going on. I'm becoming increasingly irritated by flying enemies. Yep, and of course my shield blew up. Well, it was slag, and then it wasn't slag. Oh, nope, there it is.
Tannis told me a single slag jabber, Clint, would be enough to kill a monster the size of a planet. So get a few more!
I hate flying things. God, like, they're just...
Nearly done! I can almost taste the gobbler now!
Of course, the one that was, you know, slag just flew away. I shot him with this gun and didn't drop it. So yeah, I killed him with the slag gun. Didn't drop it. I think it has to be a badass one. Just air tag?
The clans! Now pop them into the gobbler's dinner and you'll be ready to fight them! Why do you insist on being a moron, Torque? This is why you lost a controlling share of your own company.
Can't think Torque really gives a damn.
I knew I should have killed you when I had the chance.
God, there's so many times. God, they're following me.
Now add the poison glands to the marination vat.
do... Back. Down. Oh, then let's begin the lab.
Hit that button to marinate the out of that meal.
Well, let's just go do that then, shall we? There's a somber ass... Alright, where's this spot? There it is.
The meal's almost ready. Let's get cooking. Start the conveyor of cookery.
The conveyor of cookery. Huzzah! Now we just have to go start the oven. Dude.
That's it. You've gone off script one too many times, Torg. Today's meal is canceled. Chefs,
no.
shut down that oven.
We can't stop now. Protect the oven. I swear by my abdominal muscles, I will eat the ravenous waddle gobbler.
I got no time.
Nice
Don't let the chefs near the oven, or they'll switch it off.
I'm trying to keep people away from me.
You can still run! Just die already!
Don't let the chefs near the oven, or they'll switch it off. Please stop the oven. I will not serve lukewarm food.
I want everything you got!
By the pricking of my buns,
bitches
something hungry this way comes. Shakespeare!
My shield! Some nice
Hey!
time to make some head wounds!
Get away from my oven.
By the pricking of
here
my
you go.
buns, something hungry this way comes. Shakespeare!
Give me your damn whip!
Son of a bitch!
Finally!
Hey! Oven!
I'm never sorry!
The chefs want to shut off the oven. Stop them from doing so.
Chef Wars.
Food's done.
Bury me!
Go get
Quit
it.
throwing my shield! Don't scavenge my stuff!
Look at that. Wait, what? Yep.
My taste buds are aflame with the power of 1,000 nuclear bombs. My mouth is watering so much you could drown a small village in my cheeks. The taste apocalypse is upon us.
The taste apocalypse, everyone. Take an elevator somehow. Okay. Now I just need to figure out how to get to that out. Oh.
Kill that gobbler, Torg. It'll be your last meal. The board of directors and I can guarantee that.
Pleasure doing business.
Oh, yeah.
Words, my friend. No refunds.
Oversize property.
That'll buy you a couple of seconds,
hell.
if nothing else. Come on back anytime.
Okay. Now then. We should go deal with the water gobbler.
You know why we made the gobbler invincible, Torg? So you could kill him. After dozens of failed attempts by other contestants, you were supposed to finally kill it on camera while wielding our most expensive guns. You would have looked like a hero.
Why be a hero when you can eat one?
Fair enough. Fair
You
enough.
are the dumbest person in the world.
Why
I
be a
paid
hero?
several other contestants to kill you if the gobbler can't, Vault Hunter. You and Torg will pay for your idiocy.
Here comes the ravenous waddle gobbler.
Look how
We've replaced this creature's normal food with poison. Let's see if he notices. He took the bait. Now just don't die until the poison takes effect.
show doing. Think I would have taken damage. Just let the water goblin deal with everything. However, I do have an option.
No, you idiotic mercs! Don't shoot the gobbler, shoot the vault hunter! The poison's working! It's working!
By the way, I have this guy.
Killable! Let the taste apocalypse begin!
By the way, how do you feel about this?
I'm gonna eat the out of this thing! Napkins may or may not be involved! You just disobeyed a direct order from your president.
Why did your
You're
blood stop
dead.
singing its
I am
sweet song?
so scared! I know you can't tell because of the tone of my voice, but that was sarcastic! Anyway, come on back whenever, Vault Hunter!
Huzzah! We did it. Anyway. Ooh. No, that's what we're about. Never mind. My head. It's just a saw blade spinning. I have to mod for this. But hey, we leveled up again, so that's nice. I mean, that's not terrible if I cared about my team.
I'm rising!
I don't really use my kill skill that often, do I? I mean, because the problem is that I have to go into melee range, and yeah, about that.
Look at that pungent kill stick!
But I was expecting loot to pour out, too. But there is loot all around the arena, so. However, none of it's, you know, an actual head item or skin or any of that. Not that I need them, I mean, I have them all, but still. Oh, well, I guess that's the thing. Of course, you can't go inside them. But I mean, it's at least something. Music that was very... Why? Okay, but I like the feels. Yeah, sure, why not? But see how interesting that is. It's probably not gonna be as effective as my gun, but, you know, why not? So there's that. What's it? Oh, so you thought this thing was over so easily. Oh no. Well, the boss is done. Technically we're done, you know. But, no, there's still stuff to do. Of course there's still stuff to do. But look at all this stuff to sell. That may have Huzzah! We won. Oh god, this crest right here. Do we want to do it? Do we want to hear a story?
Oh, my grandma's a pretty big fan of yours. Could you go say hi to her?
Let's go say hi to Grandma. What's it doing? We ready for this? I don't think we're ready for this.
Oh man, it's the Vault Hunter! You are awesome! Didn't you fight Terramorphous? I fought a big creature like that once. He was a big whale squid with 100 tentacles. You ever fought anything with tentacles? Oh, of course you have. Terramorphous had tentacles. How silly of me. Now, where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I called him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown of Tsunami's Edge when I was but a little girl. You ever been to Tsunami's Edge? Great town, nice beaches, great food, and the cost of living is just so low. Even being a single grandmother and working part-time in a skag meat processing factory, I was still able to provide for little Mr. Torg. We may not have been able to afford the finer things in life, like food, but we got by. After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything but one another after that horrible gas leak blew up the iridium mine, killing my son and his lovely wife. From that day onward, my little Mr. Torg vowed to conquer explosions themselves in an effort to avenge his fallen parents. And oh man, I've forgotten what I was talking about. Where was? Oh right, the Blowhole the Apocalypse. So anyway, I was wrestling Blowhole to the ground, and I have my bicep curled around his blueberry throat. Blueberry? Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you, Grandma!
Anyway, I have my bicep around his blubbery throat, and Mr. Torg starts crying because he really likes whale squids, and he doesn't want to see me hurt one.
They are the princes of the ocean!
So I let the whale go after giving it a punch in the eyeball so he'll remember me, and it swam away into the ocean. And then I had Mr. Torg drive me to the ice cream parlor. He got me Rocky Road, because Rocky Road's my favorite. I'm extremely partial to the way the marshmallows act like little landmines of flavor amidst the battleground of chocolate. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it pistachio? I bet it's pistachio. Oh, that reminds me! You'll never guess who I saw today! Pistachio the Amazing! He's a magician who studied under Crazy Earl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said to Mr. Torg, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that high five? You remember saying that?
I remember, Grandma!
And we stood in line afterward and got his autograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here, but it's probably in the attic. I really ought to go up there and clean it out one of these days. I have so many little keepsakes up there. You're paying attention, right?
Make sure.
What's my
you're
favorite
paying
flavor
attention.
of ice cream? Oh, so you are listening. How
What?
wonderful.
See?
You're an even better listener than my old pet rack.
That's what the
Beasto.
game's gonna
Beasto
screw
was
you.
such a sweetie. You ever had a pet rack? If you can tame them, they are the sweetest pet you'll ever have. He used to just sit on my shoulder and bite chunks of flesh out of my neck to pass the time. I still remember the way he used to tweet. He went, tweet, tweet. It was so cute. I had a conversation with him once. I said, Mr. Beasto. He liked being called Mr. Beasto. It made him feel like an aristocrat. I said, Mr. Beasto, you're looking very cute today. And he said, oh, thank you, that's so nice. Or he tweeted in a way that made me know that's how he felt. And then he lowered his little head like he was taking a bow. It was adorable. Beasto was my third pet rack. First I had Woody. He got hit by a train. Then I had Anita. She got shot up trying to take vengeance on the train that killed Woody. And then I found Beasto making little poops on the windmill outside our house. After Mr. Torg and I wrestled her to the ground, I did a flying pile driver off a nearby tower tree. Got him straight in the spine and brought him down. We brought him in and fed him some skag steaks until he decided he loved us. I still miss Beasto sometimes. He just died of old age. Racks don't live much longer than a few years, but I treasured the time we had together. Poor Mr. Torg. When Beasto died, he cried for a week. The kids made fun of him at school, but I told him not to pay them any mind.
Being in touch with your emotions is not a character flaw!
That's right, High Five. Is something wrong? You look confused, Vault Hunter. Oh, you probably haven't heard anyone call Mr. Torg High Five before. The world may know him as Mr. Torg, but the Flexingtons always refer to him using his middle name. It's a Flexington family tradition, after all, to use your grandfather or grandmother's name as your own middle name. And my husband, High Five Flexington, God rest his soul, was the best grandfather Mr. Torg could have asked for before he passed. He taught Mr. Torg dang near everything he knew about firearms. Without High Five's teachings, I don't think the Torg Corporation would exist at all. Gosh, I still remember the first gun Mr. Torg tried to make after his parents died. A Jacobs shotgun with a stick of dynamite attached to the barrel. Torg nearly blew his face off, but he got up, dusted his mustache off, and swore that by the time he reached the age of 11, he would make a gun that fired explosions without killing the operator. And by golly, he did! It took a couple of dozen prototypes before he got the right combination of gun parts and explosives right, but once he did, woo-wee! I'll never forget the plume of smoke that used to be my neighbor's homestead. They were jerks though, so it's okay. Gosh, I've been talking your ear off for some time, haven't I? It's so kind of you to listen for this long. I've taken up too much of your time already. Please don't feel like you have to stick around any longer. As a matter of fact, take this for giving this old woman some company. Woo!
We got $1. Oh god. So yeah, this here is seriously a quest. You literally listen to grammar footage and story. Anyway, no. And here's a shiny doll for you. After all, you could buy so much of $1 back in my day. Back in her day. I was gonna say, what can I even buy with this? Nothing. But yeah, this is definitely a quest.
You're even more attractive than Mr. Torg said you were.
By the way, can your patience, raid difficulty, survive the second story?
You have such pretty eyes.
Well, suffer.
I've got another story for you, but I'd like to tell it to all of your friends at once. An old
Great
lady like me has to
difficulty.
save her voice, you know.
Oh yeah, everyone. Come on everyone, gather around. It's story time.
Oh, you still want to
Great
talk with me?
difficulty.
How incredibly sweet of you. Say, you'll never guess who I saw today. Captain Scarlet. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her from her wanted poster, and I said, "Oh hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you?" And she bowed all
the
elegantly
way
and
she
said
did
something like,
something.
"Indeed I did, madam," and said that you were really good at fighting, and that you beat her fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor much of a grudge about it. Nice girl. You should think about meeting up with her again if you're not shacked up with anybody, you know? I mean, of course, you probably are. Gorgeous hunk of a vault hunter like you. I bet you're beating away suitors left and right. Look, you're blushing. Oh, I could just eat you up. Mr. Torg was so scared of trying to get a date for such a long time. He used to go to parties in high school and just stand in the back without talking to anybody.
I am an introvert!
I feel you,
I
Tor.
tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams, then love will follow. See, that's the thing people don't get. You watch Echo films and they're just awful. They teach you that the only way to be with someone is just to pursue them over and over until they decide they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately. You can't really convince somebody to fall in love with you. You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries, then people will see that confidence and skill you have and they'll be attracted to it. There's always a fine line between that kind of confidence and narcissism, you know? There's nothing worse than somebody who wants to be famous. I remember when Mr. Torg first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while. Taking pictures of himself and posting them to the EchoNet all the time. Trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home one day with a supermodel under each arm and I said, "Mr. Torg, what are you doing? You've lost sight of who you are. It's been weeks since you actually created a new gun," I said. And it was true. He'd been more obsessed with being well known for doing something great than with actually doing something great.
It was a dark point in my life.
Thankfully, High Five listened to me and got to work on what would eventually become the Kerblaster. You a fan of the Kerblaster? That was always my favorite. That and the Flacker, which I know a lot of people hate. But there's more to combat
Flacker
than
is
just
the thing.
brute efficiency in this old lady's eyes. Style counts for something. And there's nothing quite
the
like filling
think
the
the
air with
glasses
tiny
are
little
fine, I thought.
explosions. It's like a fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got a lot of experience, so your feedback could really be valuable.
Oh no,
So the
feedback.
play is called Broken Hearts and Broken Necks. Scene 1. Fade in on an arena just after a battle. Body parts litter the stage. A lone warrior stands in the middle of the stage. A spotlight illuminating her blood-stained armor. She stands, holding her sword triumphantly aloft. Valkyrie. Is there no warrior who can challenge me? Must I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, the bravest, the most invincible warrior this galaxy has seen? For I am Valkyrie, scourge of the gladiatorial games! Excellent, Valkyrie, as she shakes her head in despair. From stage left enter Nodon, a janitor with a heavy heart and an even heavier conscience. He begins sweeping the body parts into a bin, which is colored green, and remember that because that's a symbolic color that will come back. Until
green.
melancholy overtakes him. He drops his push broom to the floor and falls to his knees before delivering a heart-wrenching soliloquy. The blood cannot be washed away. Not before and not now. Even as I attempt to escape the past, which haunts me still. Must I live forever as a fraud, sweeping up the trash of others to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers? Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating? Then, with a clatter of armor, Valkyrie re-enters from stage left. Valkyrie. Good morrow, lowly janitor. I heard a noise and thought it worth investigating. Note on. Oh, great Valkyrie, 'twas nothing but the wails of those souls you released from their bodies tonight. Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward to Valhalla. Fools! What have they to wail about? Their agonies are over, ended at the point of my sword. Mine, however, have only yet begun. For it is lonely at the time, and an unchallenged life is a boring one. No dons aside. If only I were able to tell her my true identity, I would give her a fight she would not soon forget. Back to Valkyrie. Yes, ma'am, boredom is the true tragedy. May you one day find challenge in combat. Stupid. Nodon picks up a giant two-armed bastard sword with almost no effort. Valkyrie aside. What is this? Actual Nodon. Stage left. Valkyrie. What strength this janitor possessed? Who is he to pick up a bastard sword with but 2 fingers? What hidden power does he hold? What secrets does he keep? I will endeavor to uncover his past in the hopes that our swords may cross in battle. Excellent. End of scene 1. Scene 2. The interior of the governor's house. The table is set with myriad teas and biscuits. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you for the feedback on the first scene. Did you like it?
Oh.
Oh, wonderful. I'll continue then. Scene 2. The governess enters from stage left. Governess. I refuse to respond to these absurd accusations. Her husband looks at her quizzically. Governor. And what accusations may those be? Governess. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to get feedback on the play yet. But what about you? What are you up to? Tell Grandma Flexington all about it. I bet you've had some amazing adventures. Mr. Torg told me about the time you all played bunkers and badasses together. He said it was one of the most fun and welcoming experiences of his life.
We haven't done that
Grandpa! You're embarrassing me!
Sorry, sweetie, but really, you and the Vault Hunters are his first real pals. It wasn't easy for Mr. Torg to make friends at school when he had facial hair at age 8, pecs at 8.5, and dead parents by age 9. People found him intimidating, but I told him that he should be thankful for the fact that he looks different. Anyone who wouldn't be friends with you based on appearance wouldn't be a very good friend anyway. But he really does like hanging out with all of you.
Love you,
Most
Torg.
people these days want Torg to pose for pictures or blow something up by flexing at it. It's not often he gets to sit down and play games with people. Oh, speaking of games, did you play Going Back to the House yet? It's a new echo simulation about exploring a log cabin you lived in when you were a kid. There's no violence or anything. You just walk around looking at cereal boxes and remembering people you made out with. I really like where Echo Sims have gone in the past few years, don't you? There seem to be a lot more of them with interesting things to do beyond shooting people, and the writing has gotten so tight and concise. For instance, did you ever play The Samurai's Marker? The whole game's story was delivered through haiku. Did Zero write it or something? No, I'm just joshing. I know you're too busy for that. But oh yeah, I was playing at the end of the pointed gun last night on my Echo Sim player, and wow, is that funny. It's about a guy who punches people and smacks himself in the face with doors. Easily one of the best punch-related comedy sims ever. But oh, I'm really looking forward to this game called Robot Hunter Assault Squadron, which is this big randomized survival game about throwing bottles at trees and accidentally scaring birds. In the demo version, I scared a bird so hard it died. 10 out of 10 in my book. But what kind of things do you do for fun? You play any sports? You look like you might be into some of the more extreme stuff, like spine hurdling or psycho head volleyball. I knew an athlete a lot like you when I was younger. Her name was Nijo, and she was especially gifted at the giblet toss. That's an old pastime we had back when I was younger. Idea was you'd punch a convict, and then see how far you could make their viscera fly across a big field. You got points based on distance and the size of the viscera. She won the final round of the giblet toss championship by getting a left eyeball to cross the 300-meter mark. They said she was juicing with iridium, but I think they were just angry that she dethroned the reigning champ, misogynistic Jeff. People really liked him for some reason. Hey, what's your favorite food? Mine's burgers, personally. People look at you like you're a pleb or something when you say you like burgers, but just think of all the things you can do with them. You can change out the patty, play around with the toppings, change what sides you have. You ever have a burger with veggie chips? Gosh, I all but forgot about fries for about a year after I discovered the veggie chip combo. And I'm not a vegetarian.
What in the
Those
shit?
veggie patties they make on the board.
I'll fucking try!
Really good. Better than real meat if you cook it right. Mr. Torg tried to be vegetarian once after he saw a fluff bear get run over by a truck. How long you lasted?
12 seconds!
Barely even finished the word vegetarian before he
was
lunged at a
unexpected.
skag shoe I was holding in my
Boss
left
just
hand.
wander
Nearly lost a
out there.
finger. Granted, he's always been partial to skag shoes or skag bacon. Don't know why, since I always felt like skags tasted like old tires and vomit. But to each his own. Taste is a funny thing. People say your taste buds get more refined as time goes on, but they actually get worse and worse. So when Mr. Torg used to refuse vegetables as a kid, it's because he was actually tasting how awful they were. When we old folks eat vegetables, we're only okay with it because we can't taste all the gross vitamins and stuff. Granted, vitamins are what have kept me going for as long as I've been going. You get enough B12 in your system and you can headbutt a freight train without so much as a bruise. That reminds me, I need to get my pills ready for the rest of the week. I have one of those little metal containers split into different sections for each day. It's really helpful. And the sides are sharp enough that I can use it to ward off burglars if I need to. What else do I have to do this week? Probably head to the bazaar, pick up some frozen spider head flanks. Gotta bring my coat though, because it gets kind of chilly in the freezer section. What else do I need? Oh, I need Schwartzman's candy drops. Gosh, those are delicious. They're so smooth and sweet. Just thinking about them, I could go for one right now, couldn't you? Do you think you could go find me one?
Oh shit. We actually have to do something. We have to go back to that area. Yeah, by making yourself by going through this quest.
Time for 3 pounds of flesh!
That.
Just leave!
Oh, that this dude.
Gonna pick your corpse clean!
Oh shit, look. Flag. It's not health. Oh god, we have to go back into this horrible.
Here comes the bad
no,
time!
back, by the way.
That won't do.
Will you stop slowly flying away from my shots? It's very irritating.
No! Go to sleep!
So I'm going to casually move left or right so you can't hit me. Oh yeah, by the way, more of these things. Game hates me. No, I'm still.
That's a swordsman candy drop. Grab it for
I'm
me,
gonna
will ya? Oh,
swallow
I can
your
taste it
throat,
already.
badass!
By the way, more people.
Yeah!
Fabulous! Let's work!
I want to grab it. Why am I dying? Oh. Wow, okay, wow.
Murder!
Well, that's stupid. That is very stupid. Okay, I'm regretting picking this skill. I am regretting picking this skill.
The Hyperion Corporation.
Cause holy
Suggest.
shit, does that not do shit for me?
Live!
Like, at least my gun can murder things. That was just, man, that's just one casually throw this weapon at him, and it's not actually killing him. It's just taking damage off of him. Yeah, that's not good. God, why?
I'll show you what a badass is!
Haven't felt
Blood Concerto!
Anyway, let's take this.
Oh, wonderful. Bring it back here and I'll finish my story.
Yay. You know, we're all so looking forward to the rest of the story.
Welcome, customer.
Farm Hill. By the way, if you actually
It's time for a good old-fashioned slap and grab!
Goodbye,
if you actually leave the area, you know, the little circle around her, you have to redo the whole. No, it's not. Okay, guys. Let's not. Hey, I brought you the can.
Thank you so much! I'll eat this later while sitting by the fireplace telling Mr. Torg stories of days gone by. There's just nothing like a good roaring fireplace, is there? Something healing and safe. Maybe that's why our family likes explosions so much. They're basically just big fireplaces. Every explosion feels just like coming home. Oh, maybe that'd be a good slogan for the Torg Corporation. Don't you think, High Five? Oh, don't be silly. It's a wonderful slogan and you know it. I used to come up with slogans for a living when I was in my teens. I came up with the jingle for Professor Gunsight's Can't Miss Scopes. How'd it go again? Oh, yeah! If you try to shoot but you miss a lot, then give Professor Gunsight Scopes a shot. And then they played a gunshot sound effect and someone going, ah. It was cute. But gosh, I've been talking for a while now, haven't I? Thanks for bringing your friends to listen to an old woman ramble for a while. I can't tell you how great it is to have somebody new to talk to, especially a vault hunter. Oh, and one more thing. No, actually, that can probably wait. Just something about vaults and the end of the universe. Anyway, here. I always spoil my friends, just like I spoiled my grandson.
By the way, here's a rocket launcher.
Enjoy it!
As you know, why not? Congratulations, you're such a nice young person.
Conversation! Ow!
There you go. And we're actually done here now. Oh god. So yeah. It's basically, hey, can you play the patient game?
If you want to live.
Not many people can actually play the patient game.
See you real soon, I'm sure.
But yeah, that was Gluttony and Gulch. So yeah. Now then, to try to decide what to do next. Probably the Christmas one. I mean, if we're going in order of operations. I still hate you, Jess. Like, all I want is better mod, but no, it's just like, oh,
What a shiny soul stabber!
Anyway, do I have enough to
I
upgrade
don't got
things?
all day, Skagalick.
I can upgrade my pistol more. Which isn't the worst idea. Don't really use my shotgun that much, so where's my sniper rifle? Upgrade that, and how much for the backpack? 12. Oof. 12's a lot.
Don't you hurry back!
Sure you did. Ah, that's right there's what hurts the most. I mean, look at it. So close yet so far.
You play the most important role in the events to come. Try not to die.
Okay. I'm just gonna be irritated the fact that that doesn't get me any rid.
Move time!
Ah, so sad. Okay, one more row. That's sad.
You don't know me.
Yeah, I can't have nice things. Oh well.
If you got the money, I'll save your gall darn
I
life.
mean, at least we tried, but yeah.
Come on back in.
Anyway, next time we move on to the Christmas one.
Even if we beat
Huzzah.
Hyperion, someone will take their place. Always do.
He's got a point about that. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank y'all. Have a nice day.